the benediction of the neon light. Tender are the hunters, tender is the night, when they hold each other tight. Tender are the undercover, tender the stranger and secret lover. Tender are the motions, tender is the night, when you hold your baby tight.
From the Floor Concept Studio, Owensboro's home for news, weather, and sports. 1420 AM WVJS, Owensboro. W225CL Owensboro. 92.9 FM.
W227CO Candleton.
News now on 92.9 WVJS.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. With temperatures forecasted to reach or dip below freezing through January 19th, the National Weather Service Paducah has prompted a white flag event at Owensboro. Started last night. The Daniel Matino Shelter at 501 Walnut. They're open nightly from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. to anyone in need, women, men, and children. Free bus transportation is available at Owensboro Transit from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. There'll be no bus service on January 19th. Meals are provided during regular hours. The coordinated effort aims to ensure safety for all vulnerable residents during the cold snap. Applications are being accepted now for the annual scholarship program at Independence Bank. The bank has offered funding to help high school seniors with college tuition. For the last 25 years, more than 70 students are awarded scholarships between $500 and $15,000. Applications can be submitted through the Independence Bank webpage until February 24th. There's some cancer patients who are now eligible to make donations to the Kentucky Blood Center. Operators of the organization have updated eligibility requirements, reversing a long-time policy that prevented most cancer patients from giving blood. Under the new guidelines, individuals who've had treatments for certain organ and skin cancers are able to make a donation 1 year after those treatments are complete. The Kentucky Blood Center serves areas of Kentucky like Lexington and Louisville. Find news, sports, and weather and more at the new redesign at OwensboroRadio.com. I'm Rob Nichols.
Now, Owensboro weather on 92.9 WVJS.
Here's your 14 first alert forecast for the overnight hours. Some snow shower. Temperatures will be rising, so maybe some light rain by sunrise as temperatures climb to near freezing. On Friday, partly cloudy during the day, a high of 45. Clearing again on Friday night and colder with a low of 26. On Saturday, partly cloudy with a high of 31. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
WVJS.
Yo, welcome to the Red Devil Rundown. It's your host, Dan Bartlett, live from Mr. B. It's now time for the Red Devil Rundown. It's now time for the Red Devil Rundown. It's now time for the Red Devil Rundown. It's your source for all things red and black. Let's go live from Mr. B's. Let's go wild.
There we go. There it's coming in. Welcome, Red Devil fans. A little trouble with the microphone getting that started there. But welcome, Red Devil fans, as we are live for another edition of the Red Devil Rundown. Folks, we are glad to be back here at Mr. B's. And here's how I wanted to start tonight's show. We want to show a little love to Mr. B's because having this show here has just been phenomenal. Just cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you guys have done out here. And I asked the man who I've been talking to all along, Nick, I said, Nick, I need someone who you want to highlight to bring on the show to talk a little bit about Mr. B's. And he selected you, my friend. This is Clint Westerfield here. And listen, I appreciate you being on the show, man, and just having us out here for the Red Devil Rundown at Mr. B's.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we think it's really just special to have you guys out here every Thursday night, just having you guys join us, bringing the crowd, bringing the hungry fans to come and sit with us. And we love it. We love to provide that service for you guys and all the Red Devil fans. And we expect more to come, definitely.
Man, it sounds like you got a voice for the radio. I'm hearing that. I think the conversation you had, you do a little radio yourself, my friend?
Yeah, so currently for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been doing the PA announcing for Davis County Baseball.
All right, I won't hold that against you, but listen, you got the voice for it, my friend. You got the voice for it. Well, I appreciate you having us out here. Talk a little bit about these pizza and wings, because let me tell you, you've got the best pizza and wings in all of Owensboro, and there's a special that I've been talking to people about. It's not really on the menu. They don't pop out at you, but if you know about it, it's really a saver for the family.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's our best kept secret here at Mr. B's. Everyone that knows about it tends to get it every time they come in here. And I want to tell everybody it's a large one-topping pizza, and it's pan or thin crust, and it's 20 wings. It can be bone-in or boneless, any sauce you'd like, ranch, blue cheese, whatever you want to get with that, and that is $29.99. We also have an extra large one-topping pizza the same way, any topping you want, pan or thin crust, and 50 bone-in or boneless
now
wings.
we're talking my language,
Absolutely.
my friend.
It's a lot of food, but, a couple of these big, Owensboro kids can definitely take it down for
My
sure.
family devours that in a heartbeat. It's an awesome deal, and I encourage you guys, come out to Mr. B's. Well, Clint, thanks for taking the time. I know you got to get back to work and take care of these customers here, but I appreciate it. Thanks for the Red Devil Rundown, all Cromwell Media. Thanks for coming on board and having the Red Devil Rundown at Mr. B's.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
I appreciate it. Well, guys, we're going to talk a little Red Devil action tonight's show. We've got the wrestling team, and we also got the girls basketball team here live at Mr. B's. But let's take a second real quick, and let's do a quick little rundown of your week in the Red Devils. And we'll go all the way back to Monday, where the bowling team took on Catholic, and they won 5-2. And I got to talk to you some of these scores here from the bowling team. Xavier Coombs had a 228, a 197. Jaden Bartlett, a 189 to 212. Day-Day Hinton out there, 179. Trey Douglas out there, 176. And how about Colin Hamilton coming in with a 178, 205 to take down Catholic as the boys defeat them 5-2. And on the girls' side on Monday on the bowling, Zoe Douglas had a 130 and a 153. Emily Cooper, 147. Bristol Hall, 130. The girls did, however, lose to Catholic 3-4, and that was the bowling scores from Monday. Guys, I love when coaches send me stuff because I want to just highlight all the Red Devil action to make sure we get that out there. The bowling team wasn't finished. We'll get to them on Tuesday here, but the girls basketball team went on a win against Warren Central at Warren Central as they took down them 60-26. We'll talk all about girls basketball here in the second half of action there, as once again they take them down 60-26. I believe Abby Sapp had 23 points, Unique Carter Swanigan 15, Hogg had 10, and an awesome victory for the Lady Devils on Monday night. On Monday night as well, the boys were in action, the basketball team, as they suffered a loss to Apollo Eagles, 67-43. We got some good news coming on the boys basketball side. As Tuesday we turn our attention to, we got the bowling team. This was really cool, as the bowling team was able to take down Ohio County, and check out these scores. Xavier Coombs, a 289. You talk about almost perfect, as he had a perfect game going into the 10th frame, gets that first strike, unfortunately comes up a little bit shy on the second throw in the 10th frame, and he finishes with a 289. Day-Day Hinton there, 189. Jaden Bartlett, 198 with a 186. Colin Hamilton, 182. Trey Douglas, a 208 as they defeat the Ohio County Eagles. They took them down 5-2. We also had the swim team that had a meet on Tuesday night against Apollo. I don't have any scores there or results from that, but we also had the the boys basketball team was in action. And if you missed this game, what a game it was. They go toe-to-toe to Breckenridge, and with just under a minute left to play, the game was tied. I'll tell you what, listen to the final couple seconds of that game. Welcome back to the More Automotive Red Devil Game of the Week. We got a tie game, 54-54, 22.6 seconds to go in the game. The Devils are trying to will their first victory of the season. They just tied it up at the free throw line as the young freshman Trey Stoudemire puts it both of them in to tie this game up. It'll be Breckenridge ball coming out of the timeout as they break the huddle, getting ready to go. And Jansen, what do you tell the team right now as they get ready to play defense? Tie game with 22.6 seconds left.
Yeah, I think you just have disciplined defense. You don't want to put them at the foul line in this situation. Breckenridge County is going to try to, I would imagine, is going to try to hold for the final shot. Now, Owensboro's going to apply pressure here, but if they get it across, look for Breckenridge County to hold for the last shot here.
And here we go, full court pressure coming. They're going to put the press on. He's going to run the baseline. Miller gets it in to Boaz Grimes. Boaz Grimes gets across court there all the way to Benjamin Grimes. He's going to bring it up there. One-on-one against Waddy now in front of the scores table. 10 seconds left to go in the game. They're going to hold for the last shot. Boaz Grimes takes it against Trey Stoudemire. 6 seconds. Stolen by Waddy. Waddy gets it, picks it up. He lays it up and in. Waddy takes it. 1.5 seconds. Waddy with the steal. Devils up 2.
What an awesome play right there by the young freshman, Jamil Waddy.
Waddy picked the pocket. They were trying to hold for the last shot of the game. Jamel Waddy running all the way, picks it off, and goes all the way down and puts the Devils up by 2. Goes up, he's going to be a purpose miss. No, it actually hits back iron and goes in. 1 point game, they're going to throw it deep. Marcus got the ball, holds on to it. Devils win! Devils win! They get their first win of the season as they get the ball quickly into Marcus. They try to get over, foul him right away, no good. Devils take this one 56-55 and get that first win of the season. And that was a recap of the Tuesday night matchup as they take down Breckenridge County 56-55 in just a thrilling last couple seconds there in that game. So that is your week in Red Devil sports there. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm excited to talk to the wrestling team as we talk a little wrestling action here with your Red Devil wrestling team. We'll be right back here on the Red Devil Rundown.
When you're looking for the perfect place to eat, drink, and have a blast, head to Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Owensboro. Dive into hot, fresh-made pizzas, bold wings, and all your favorite game day classics. And now, take the fun even further at Club 18 Golf, the indoor golf experience right inside Mr. B's. Bring your friends, book a bay, and swing through world-famous courses while enjoying great food and cold drinks. It's the ultimate night out with great eats, great swings, all under one roof. Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Club 18 Golf, right on Highland Point Drive, where Owensboro comes to play.
Hi, I'm Zach Tao, Madisonville Maroon and current Kentucky Wildcat basketball player.
And I'm Chris Rhodes, injury attorney.
Growing up in Madisonville, I dreamed about playing in Rupp Arena, but I didn't get recruited, didn't have guarantees, but I kept showing up.
A lot of our injured clients feel that same way, trying to push forward, feeling like everything is stacked against them.
But when people believe in you, everything changes.
That's what we do here. We stand beside you every step of the way.
Roads and Roads.
We've got your back.
You know that weird squeaky sound your floor makes? Yeah, it's begging for a makeover. At Floor Concepts in Owensboro, they've got you covered, literally. Hardwood, carpet, vinyl, tile. If it goes on the floor, they've got it. Locally owned, super friendly, and pros at what they do. Floor Concepts makes upgrading your home easy and actually kind of fun. Swing by their location on 231 or check them out online at floorconceptinc.com. Floor Concepts, your feet will thank you.
Hi, this is Shelby Mudd, the third generation of the Mudd's furniture family, inviting you to stop by today and see the latest furniture styles designed for today's family. We have furniture for every room: living room, family room, kitchen, bedroom, dining room, and more. We feature the top furniture brands in America like Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Restonic, Bassett, England, and more. Stop by today and check out what's new this month. From our family to yours, Mudd's Furniture, in the heart of downtown Owensboro since 1951.
Step into Mojo's Boneyard Sports Bar and Grill, where the vibe is always lively and the flavors are unmatched. Imagine sinking your teeth into our saucy wings or grabbing a slice of our delicious pizza, all while sipping on ice-cold beer. And there's no missing out on the lineup of great music that keeps the atmosphere buzzing. Join the community of fun lovers like you. Follow us on Facebook to stay updated on our latest events and specials. Mojo's Boneyard, where every night is a good time.
Future leaders begin at DePauw University. In the School of Business and Leadership, students gain the skills and confidence to make their mark and change the world. Step up, stand out, and lead with purpose. Learn more at depaw.edu.
Kentron Manufacturing is hiring. We're looking for entry-level associates who are dedicated and drug-free. In business over 50 years, we offer insurance, paid holidays, vacation, and a clean, controlled environment. Apply in person at 610 Industrial Drive. Kentron is an equal opportunity employer.
Let's get back to the rundown and break down all of the red and black action. Sending it back to Mr. B's with your host Dan Bartlett. It's the Red Devil Rundown.
Welcome back to the Red Devil Rundown. Dan Bartlett here live at Mr. B's as we're getting ready to break down some Red Devil action. And I've got the wrestling team here with me. Joining me is Coach Griffin Kelly. And Coach, talk a little bit about maybe a sport that doesn't get a lot of recognition out there. And just talk a little bit about this wrestling team, because you guys got some success out there. I'm reading some things about this team. Talk a little bit about what this team and what people are missing out if they don't know anything about the Red Devil wrestling team.
Well, yeah, Dan, well, first off, I want to thank you for bringing us on the show tonight. If you're completely alien to wrestling, these guys, they're built different. They're some of the hardest workers that are out there. They can go. They've got the agility of cheerleaders and gymnasts. They've got the gas tanks of endurance runners, and they've got the heart and grit of other superior athletes. These are some of the best guys that walk the hall, and ladies that walk the hallways at our school. They get their business done in the classroom, and overall, there's great people to be around.
Talk a little bit about this team. How many wrestlers do you have on the team as far as how young they go in the grades, boys and girls? Do you have those numbers? Well, how big is this wrestling team?
Yes, sir. Right now, our program for the season, we're about 32 strong. That includes boys and girls. Our youngest wrestlers are in 8th grade at the moment. A lot of the other programs have feeder programs at the middle school level. We're working on developing that. That's one of the steps in the future. But we've just got a really good group, a lot of youth, and a lot of energy.
Talk a little bit about this season. When does the season start? How far are you guys along? You've been sending me some updates. I've been reading some things out there. Talk a little about this season, maybe some success, some highlights so far. We'll talk to these wrestlers you got down here in a second, but just kind of in general, talk about the success of this program and where it's at right now.
Of course. This is my 3rd year at the helm. I'm very, very blessed to get to work with these guys. Like I said, our season officially starts October 15th. That's when we can have official practices. We open up after Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving weekend when they're all fed and cutting weight. Is pretty fun that weekend routinely. And then our season will last until about the 1st of March. So we've got a good few months that we're in action. And our sport is a little bit different. We do a combination of dual meets. That's where it's a whole team versus a whole team. And then we have individual meets, which I think these guys sitting up here, they like those quite a bit. They're nodding and laughing. And if you've ever seen, Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid, the tournament at the end of it, that's what individual tournament's kind of like.
Talk a little bit about this team tournament. How does that work? Where a team goes up, like a school goes up against another school? Because I get the individual part of it.
Yes,
that kind of makes sense to me. Yeah. Hopefully it makes sense to a lot of people here as well. We got a huge crowd, by the way, Mr. Beats. This is awesome turnout here. But talk a little bit about just how a group match meets, where you go up against like another school. How does that work?
Yes. So in a varsity match, there's 14 different weight classes. And so that's a piece of the puzzle right there. With our numbers, we want to make sure all the guys and ladies are right on weight so we can fill every spot and not give up any points. Each match is worth 6 points total, 16 points. And so let's say you blank somebody, that's a total score of 84 points. And they can get down to the wire. A lot of those will come down to the last couple matches. And there's a lot of, it's a different feeling, but there's a lot of good energy with that.
All right.
Typically, you'll start with your smaller guys. Our smallest class is 106 pounds, and we've got where's he at? Sitting out there, we've got a little 106-pound Ian Latzo. He's smiling. But he usually starts us off, and then our big hog mollies will finish us up. We've got Big Country Jeremiah Bayman. He usually wraps us up for the evening in those dual matches.
you talk about the team sport and the individual. How do you really come together as a team? I know a lot of it is the individuals. The guys are excited about going against individual, and I get what wrestling is right there, but how do you motivate as a team and rally them as a Red Devil team when it's a bunch of individuals going out there? How does that work, Coach?
Of course. It's different. It's different. It's very, very different. But we have energy. We really, really pride ourselves in supporting each other on and off the mat, day in and day out. These guys, they work incredibly hard, and they want to see not only themselves improve, but they want to help their teammates improve as well. And so that just takes our program as a whole collectively to the next level.
You brought some wrestlers here with you. I'm going to have you guys scoot down just a little bit. Watch those cords there, but scoot down a little bit. I want to get you guys in camera because Coach, if every coach gave me what you gave me, man, it would make my job a whole lot easier.
Right on.
I mean, the stuff you gave me was phenomenal. I appreciate the detail. It just shows you how much pride you have in your team and also how much you want to highlight these individuals here, your whole team. But you brought some wrestlers here. You brought with you Camarius Rodriguez-Klein. Appreciate you being on the show, my friend. You're also about Israel Roberts. Now, talk a little about these weight classes. You put these weight classes on here. Klein, you're in the 157 weight class, and you're in the 138 weight class. Am I correct on there? How does this weight class work? How much variance do you have in there? Oh, let me get you on mute. I'm sorry. Good.
We have 14 weight classes. They range from 106 all the way up to 285.
Okay.
It's pretty tough to stay in between. We weigh in before the season starts, and whatever you're close to, you usually try to go one below that.
Just one below that.
One below that.
Get the weight down there. Listen, I would tell you, I love sports. I love it. I would struggle really bad in wrestling, maintaining my weight. Let's put it that right there. Guys, how much is that part of the routine to watch that weight? Because you got to stay in that. Is there a bunch of variance in there? Like you go in for a weigh-in? What does that weigh-in look like? And have you ever been kind of so close where they tell you can't wrestle? How does that look, guys?
Yeah, that's part of wrestling. The weight is a big part of wrestling.
Okay.
Depending where you are, like me, I don't have that struggle right now because I actually the weight class below me is taken, so I'm wrestling at a weight where I can actually eat as much as I want, and I'm perfectly fine. But for Israel, he can tell you about his experience with this.
I think a struggle's down there, my friend. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's very bad.
I got you.
I would say I'm leaning more to like closer to 143 than it is 138. The weight cut isn't bad. It's just very difficult, very taxing on the body, but that's a part of wrestling, I will say. But it helps a lot with discipline because you can't just go out and eat whatever you want. You're not eating a whole bunch of sugar. I eat very healthy now compared to beforehand.
Yeah.
But the overall weight cutting process is, I will say it's not fun, but it's definitely not horrible to where I wouldn't want to do it for the sport of wrestling.
Wait till you get over 40, okay? Wait till you get over 40. It gets really bad after that. Well, guys, Coach gave me some success. I'm reading this going, good grief, you guys are knocking out of the ballpark. Klein, you've got, as a junior, you're currently 29-0.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I see a smile on your face. I mean, that's impressive, my friend. 29-0. You've been one of the most consistent performers and leaders in the program this season. You recently went undefeated in the city-county championship.
Mm-hmm.
You had a first place. You followed it up with the first place finish at Central Hardin meet on January 12th. Early in the season, you won your weight class at Christian County Tournament. And here's what I love, okay? I like what Coach wrote here, okay? And I'm sure he'd probably tell you this right to your face. But I love what he wrote here. Cam wrestles with composure and discipline. He competes hard for 6 minutes and sets the standard for what he wants for our athletes to prepare and perform. You talk about some pride right there. He's got some pride in you and the way you're performing this season. What's it like to have that, just kind of that admiration for your coach and how he looks at you?
It's great. Coach is definitely my biggest motive motive and supporter in the sport. Having him on my side, like no matter how I feel, he always gets me to go out there and perform my best, no matter what. Even at practice, we do have losses, of course, at times. Other seasons, he's the one that keeps me to keep going out there, keep my mind straight, and that's how I've it shaped my character to today.
Well, man, it's great to have someone talk about it and your success, because he also topped it off with you're ranked right now in the top 20 in Kentucky in your prospective weight class. Mm-hmm. Going into this season, is that a goal for you, or is it just coming on like, listen, you knew you could do that? Talk about your ceiling that you set for yourself going into this season.
Our goal going into the season, rankings to me, they don't matter. our goal is one competition after next, or match after match after match. We go into one match. We know this other person's a great wrestler. His goal is to win. My goal is to win. That's how we look at it. Every second of the match, we go by that. And so match after match, we go into a match. Our goal, win or lose, no matter what. Our next goal is to go to that next match and we win. And that's how we. That's my goal and my ceiling.
Focus on that very next one. Just that discipline in front of you, knock down the wall that's currently in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, you're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, just looking at these things here. How many more matches do you have left, and what's left for you? What's the goal for this season? Now, what's the next wall that you've got to knock down?
So we probably have about 6 meets left, which is pretty close to about 30 matches. And so our goal, we have regionals coming up. At regionals, our goal is to get a place there, qualify for state. And from there, after regionals, when we go to state, we just try our hardest and, hopefully make it up there.
Absolutely. And then sitting next to you is Israel Roberts, right now in the 138 weight class there, 10th grader, 22-5 on the season. And just like Cam, Coach put a lot of great things on this paper with you. Currently as a sophomore, you made significant strides this season, continues to challenge yourself. You finished 2-1 in the city-county championship, with your only loss coming to a top 20 ranked wrestler in the state out there. At Central Hardin at the meet on January 12th, you placed second, and you earned a second-place finish at Christian County Tournament early this year. And I love what Coach says about you. Your growth, your toughness, and your willingness to compete at a high level has been big positives for your lineup this year. What's it like to be a Red Devil, to be a Red Devil wrestler, and have that type of motivation from your coach?
Coach is always our biggest supporter for our whole team, and especially for me. Every sport I do, he's my coach. So he's always there in my corner telling me to keep pushing. And like you asked him for the ceiling, I don't have a ceiling because Coach always tells me to keep going.
Keep on more. Keep
you
on
can
going.
always do better.
But talk a little bit about kind of what you see yourself. I know that Cam was talking a little bit about what's next going to state. Do you guys see yourself, do you guys qualify as for individuals at state, or is this a team event?
State is a little more complicated than just a duel or an individual because you have to go through regionals, and we wrestle regionals more like something in the middle. If you place in your weight class, it runs like an individual tournament. If you place top 5 in your weight class, you go to state, with 5 being the sort of filler spot. But you really have to wrestle hard. You're there for your team, but when you're on the mat, you really got to focus on your coaches and yourself. You go out there and you wrestle the best you can, and if you get off the match and you lose, that's fine. If you win, that's fine. You got to keep your head up. But overall, especially when we go to regionals, there's a lot of stress that goes around, and Coach is perfect with dealing with it. He tells us it's not that you don't have anything to be stressed about. You just go out there and try your best.
Guys, maybe all three of you can coach, maybe you can chime in as well, because I think wrestling is one of those sports where you really just have yourself out there. It's you're wrestling against another opponent out there. You don't have a team out there. You've got support around the circle for you, but inside that circle, it's you and another person. Unlike basketball, unlike football and any other sports where you're coming together as a team, it's literally your discipline, your training leads you up to that moment. What's it like to compete at that stage right there? It's just you and another person.
You know, Dan, it takes a lot of pride. These guys, they did a phenomenal job sharing their stories and all the things that they go through. But they're always wanting to keep going. They're some of the most resilient workers. Some of the hardest workers are dedicated. And just like they mentioned, you've got to have that gas tank. You've got to have that will and determination. And when you're in the trenches, man, you've got to just keep wanting and see if you can outlast that opponent. And they do a phenomenal job at that. And like they said, I love their words. There's some of the closest people. I love being close to them, but they're with me all year. I coach cross country and track as well, and so we spend quite a bit of time together, and they're great.
They know you well. They know you well.
Yes.
Well, guys, I've got one more question for you boys, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we're going to go on to another aspect of wrestling here. But before you gentlemen go here, I got to ask you a question. We talked a little bit about weighing in and everything. After the match is over, is there a go-to meal? Is there a go-to meal that, you're like, I've weighed in, I'm ready to go. What are we going after?
It just depends. Sometimes it's like a little quick fast food grab, or we go sit down at a restaurant. But for fast food, we go to a lot of McDonald's, you could think.
Oh, man. Oh, come on.
That's a big one.
Arches.
But
Okay.
for the restaurants, we like to find a place that we haven't been to or something we don't have here in Owensboro. So I think last time we went to Gaddiestown.
Okay.
Sat down,
Yeah.
had some little, played in the arcade a little bit, had some pizza. It was a great time.
At the end of the day, you're just kids, my friend. At the end of the day, you're just kids.
That's right.
Well, guys, when we come back, we're going to talk to one of the female wrestlers. You've got an 11th grader, a junior here. We're going to talk a little bit about that side of it because I got some questions. I'd be interested to talk to her. And so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Red Devil Rundown.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
Support your school with the German-American School Spirit Check Card. With each purchase you make using the card, we make a donation to your participating school of choice. So far, through our School Spirit Card program, we've given back over $300,000 to community schools. Stop in your local German-American bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit Check Card today. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Something doesn't sound right.
How do you know?
My daddy always said you know a bad sound when you hear it.
That makes sense. Yep, that sounds bad.
No, not that.
Hey, your car sounds funny.
My hero.
Stop in Mattingly's Automotive Shop. Let the technicians help diagnose the sounds coming from your vehicle with tune-ups, tire repair, and more. Mattingly's Automotive is here to help. Give them a call at 683-4251 or stop in 2405 Beach Road.
Your water heater and dryer are two of the hardest working year-round appliances in your home. Why not take advantage of up to 65% savings by converting to natural gas? With incentives at Ohio Valley Gas, current and new customers can earn up to $800 in rebates, and we'll help cover the conversion cost. Save money and enjoy the long-term benefits of appliances that are more affordable, more efficient, and better for the environment than your electric alternatives. Contact Ohio Valley Gas at 812-547-2397 to get more information.
This is Robert Edge with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. The new year means a new review of auto, home, and life insurance. Contact me, Robert Edge, with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, 270-683-1715. Thank you.
When the uniform comes off, the service doesn't end. I'm Brian Basham. Join me every Saturday morning on K-News 101.3 for The Other Side of Service. Real conversations about life after the uniform. Hear from veterans and veteran service organizations like AMVETS, the VFW, the American Legion, the Owensboro Davis County Veterans Organization, and Veterans Empowered Together. The Other Side of Service, Saturdays 7 to 10 a.m. on K-News 101.3.
Let's get back to the rundown and break down all of the red and black action.
Sending it back to Mr. B's with your host Dan Bartlett.
It's the Red Devil Rundown.
And welcome back to the Red Devil Rundown. Dan Bartlett here live at Mr. B's as we continue to talk about the wrestling team. Joining me is Coach Griffin Kelly, but we've got another wrestler here. We're going to go with junior Grayson Roberts, who kind of represents the girls wrestling for Owensboro here, and I'm just really intrigued about that because right now you got 5 girls on the team, Coach. And talk to me why you picked Grayson Roberts to come and talk a little bit about girls wrestling.
Yes. Thank you, Dan. Well, first and foremost, girls wrestling is growing exponentially here in the state of Kentucky. If you're a young lady and you're looking to get a college scholarship, then heck, join the wrestling team because they're throwing them out left and right. But as far as Grayson, she's a model. She represents our program, in all ways possible. She is a hard worker. She's been around since before. She's been around since about middle school, but she's been around since before girls wrestling was actually recognized as a sanctioned Kentucky high school athletic
Really, Grayson,
sport.
how long have you been wrestling now?
This is my 4th year.
Your 4th year wrestling there, and all for Owensboro, correct?
Yes.
Just going to
Yes,
representing the red and black out there. I know that Coach told me that you had a little bit of injury kind of maybe early in the season. You were able to get one meet in, one match in. You went 4-0, but Coach was talking a little bit about just your leadership on this team. He called you like a secondary coach out there.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about just your love for the girls wrestling and just what it is just going to be a leader out there for the other girls.
So for the meets, I'll go and coach the girls whenever the guys are Coach Kelly's with them because we're short on coaches sometimes. Our other coach has to go to work. So we'll have Kelly there and we'll have me. And the girls, there's only 3 of them that usually show up to the meets. So I can, get to all of them, and they all individual. So I'll sit there in the corner and have coach them, and then I'll go to weigh-ins and help them with all that, and I can help them with warming up. I also like to try and teach them new things, so I'll show up to practices. Not all the time because I'm injured, so I don't want to sit there the whole time. But I'll go and try and teach them new things and just show up for them.
I love it. Just that thrill that you're wanting to be part of it. What is it about wrestling that draws you to it? Because you don't have, like you said, there's only 5 girls right now on the team right now. Obviously, it's drawing some interest out there. But what drew you to girls wrestling?
I just really like and enjoy
beating someone up.
Let's put it
that way. Make it simple for you.
Didn't want to say that,
Call it
but
straightforward.
yeah.
There it is. Just talk a little bit about, because is it other schools, or they have big girls program like that, and talk a little bit about competing on that level, because it's a physical sport. It's just you and another girl out there.
Yeah.
And talk about some of the highlights that you've had. What's been your highlight so far in your wrestling career?
So far this year, Apollo, they have a really big girls wrestling team, and with us, it's harder because there's not as many. So, the dual meets, we can't really compete in those because we won't win. There's no way for us to do it. But individually, it's a very good way to, get all the reps in and all you need. So, whenever I go to tournaments this year, it's been very well. I wrestled up 20 pounds my first match because I made weight for 165, but I wasn't allowed to wrestle it because it was unhealthy how much weight I cut. That's the thing. You can't cut too much weight too quickly. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, I wrestled up 20 pounds, okay? So that was one of my big successes this year, is that I still wrestled up 20 pounds and still went 4-0, and that didn't change anything for me. Even wrestling up 20 pounds, I can still perform my best.
Talk a little bit. Are you going to be able to get back on the mat or on the mats this season at all? I know with your injury, I don't know much about it or anything. Is that what you're trying to go through, or are we moving on to next year?
So for now, I'm out for the full year. I have the Tommy John injury.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I got you.
UCL on my
I
elbow.
understand. So I did not know the extent of it, but I get you.
So I'm working on moving forward to next year, and I'm going to be club wrestling this year so I can try and get the reps in that I've missed right now. And we're trying to work on having summer practices so I also can get those reps back in.
Okay. Talk a little bit. What's your goal? Where do you want to take this wrestling? Because Coach talking about giving out scholarships to these girls.
Yeah.
Talk a little, what's your goal right now for girls wrestling?
I definitely want to wrestle in college. I'm looking forward to that. That is most definitely what I want in college. So this year, well, not this year, next year I want to try and make it to state. I want to get noticed. I want to make sure that the colleges know what I'm looking for. So that's just one thing that I really want to look forward to is college.
It looks like you are driven and you are ready to go. You come up here all nervous to get on the radio. I'm telling you, you could probably talk for another 30 minutes up here. You're doing a great job. You can see it just in the way that you're talking, how much passion you've got for your sport. And Coach, what's it like having basically another coach right there with you helping coach the girls?
Oh, we're super blessed, and it's funny. I've seen Grayson since she was my daughter's age, and it's neat to see her, and she's awesome. She's so strong and confident and developing into a fine young woman. It's awesome to see her growth and her leadership.
Guys, congratulations on a great season. I know there's a little bit more left to go, a little more in the tank in there. Coach, talk a little bit, how do we as fans, as the Red Devil community, if we want to come out and support, what are some things that we're missing if we don't get to a match? Just kind of hype it up a little about where we can come, what's next on the schedule, where can we come cheer the wrestling team on, and where would you like us to come watch you at?
Absolutely. So our meets are coming, our schedule's coming to a quick end. We've got a handful left. We'll be in action next this weekend on Saturday down in South Warren. It's a bit of a trip, down the Natcher, but you can see us down there. Next Thursday night, we'll be in action over at Apollo in a quad meet. That's us. I think Apollo is going to be there, obviously. Fort Campbell and maybe Henderson County. That'd be some quality wrestling there. And then looking at the following weekend, we're at Ohio County. We've got a meet down in Russellville, and then our region meets are the meets that the boys were talking about.
Yes,
really
talk about regionals.
Yes. So our girls, they'll be in action on Valentine's Day. So we'll be celebrating that with wrestling, and the girls I don't have the location at the top of my
Okay.
head, but I know it's on February 14th. Stay tuned for the location of that. And the boys for the following weekend on February 21st. And again, pending their performance there, we hope to punch some tickets to Lexington and get some guys at the horse park.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. Make sure you keep sending me updates anytime you have a match out there. I'd love to go ahead and highlight the kids and where the success, follow along with them so we can get out there on the stations as well, let everybody know in Red Devil community how well they are doing, how far they're advancing. So I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you again, Dan, for having us. It's
Absolutely,
been a great night
Grayson. Congratulations on just the way you're helping leading this team, and just keep at it because, listen, I can see how determined you are.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to move on to girls basketball right here on the Red Devil Rundown.
When you're looking for the perfect place to eat, drink, and have a blast, head to Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Owensboro. Dive into hot, fresh-made pizzas, bold wings, and all your favorite game day classics. And now, take the fun even further at Club 18 Golf, the indoor golf experience right inside Mr. B's. Bring your friends, book a bay, and swing through world-famous courses while enjoying great food and cold drinks. It's the ultimate night out with great eats, great swings, all under one roof. Mr. B's Pizza and Wings in Club 18 Golf, right on Highland Point Drive, where Owensboro comes to play.
Hi, I'm Zach Tell, Madisonville Maroon and current Kentucky Wildcat basketball player.
And I'm Chris Rhodes, injury attorney.
Growing up in Madisonville, I dreamed about playing in Rupp Arena, but I didn't get recruited, didn't have guarantees, but I kept showing up.
A lot of our injured clients feel that same way, trying to push forward, feeling like everything is stacked against them.
But when people believe in you, everything changes.
That's what we do here. We stand beside you every step of the way.
Roads and Roads.
We've got your back.
You know that weird squeaky sound your floor makes? Yeah, it's begging for a makeover. At Floor Concepts in Owensboro, they've got you covered, literally. Hardwood, carpet, vinyl, tile. If it goes on the floor, they've got it. Locally owned, super friendly, and pros at what they do. Floor Concepts makes upgrading your home easy and actually kind of fun. Swing by their location on 231 or check them out online at floorconceptinc.com. Floor Concepts, your feet will thank you.
Hi, this is Shelby Mudd, the third generation of the Mudd's furniture family, inviting you to stop by today and see the latest furniture styles designed for today's family. We have furniture for every room: living room, family room, kitchen, bedroom, dining room, and more. We feature the top furniture brands in America like Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Restonic, Bassett, England, and more. Stop by today and check out what's new this month. From our family to yours, Mudd's Furniture, in the heart of downtown Owensboro since 1951.
Step into Mojo's Boneyard Sports Bar and Grill, where the vibe is always lively and the flavors are unmatched. Imagine sinking your teeth into our saucy wings or grabbing a slice of our delicious pizza, all while sipping on ice cold beer. And there's no missing out on the lineup of great music that keeps the atmosphere buzzing. Join the community of fun lovers like you. Follow us on Facebook to stay updated on our latest events and specials. Mojo's Boneyard, where every night is a good time.
Future leaders begin at DePauw University. In the School of Business and Leadership, students gain the skills and confidence to make their mark and change the world. Step up, stand out, and lead with purpose. Learn more at depaw.edu.
Kentron Manufacturing is hiring. We're looking for entry-level associates who are dedicated and drug-free. In business over 50 years, we offer insurance, paid holidays, vacation, and a clean, controlled environment. Apply in person at 610 Industrial Drive. Kentron is an equal opportunity employer.
Let's get back to the rundown and break down all of the red and black action. Sending it back to Mr. B's with your host Dan Bartlett. It's the Red Devil Rundown.
Welcome back to the Red Devil Rundown in our final segment, as we're going to be talking a little girls basketball, a little Red Devil girls basketball. Joining me here on the set is first-year coach Wynn Harris. Coach, talk a little bit about your first year at the Red Devil, at the helm, being that the Lady Devils there. Talk a little bit what it's like, kind of how you're fitting in there, kind of getting comfortable in that role, my friend.
Well, let me start with this. I absolutely love my team, and I tell them all the time. I love them. They play hard. I have a great staff. I probably have the best staff I've had in 31 years. And it's been a lot of fun fitting in. I've really enjoyed it. And coaching them is actually, this is the most fun I've probably had in my career since the Lexington Catholic days.
Well, I know that you've been a part of girls basketball, been around that family for quite some time, a lot of officiating as well. What drew you to Owensboro, wanting to apply for that job, and what kind of made you want to put on the red and black to be the coach?
Well, here's what I told people when I left. I said if I ever come back, I want somewhere special, somewhere that is no fun here, unique. I'm not joking. So when it came open and I talked to A.D. Harper and Miss Luttrell, it seems like a fit. And I told somebody the other day, it reminds me a lot of Henry Clay. You got athletes. You play in a very tough region.
Very tough region.
And it just fit. And once it fit, that's when you want to go back. You just want to go back, and it's been great. Like I said, I've had so much fun with this team, and I love them. And here's a little thing about coaching most people don't know. Not all coaches are always thrilled with their teams. So I absolutely love them. I tell them that all the time. They work hard for me, and that's kind of all you ask of a team.
Yeah, and listen, you got a team right now, the team that you're taking over, it's a younger team. Now, I know you got 2 seniors. We're going to talk to the girls down here in a second. We got both of them here on the show tonight. But you've got a little bit younger team, and you play in a very tough district with a lot of you got some veteran teams out there right now, some seasoned teams. Talk a little bit about just kind of what it is to, I don't want to say reload and rebuild on there, but talk a little bit about just what your goal is for this season, just kind of where you're at. 6-7 on the season. I've got to call a couple games so far. You've got 2 seniors over here. We're going to talk in a second. Absolute love watching them play, just how they play the game of basketball. But talk a little bit about kind of how special you see this team, some of the strengths you see in this team, and where you see this team can finish out the season.
Well, here's the thing, and I've told them since the schedule came out, we don't duck people. That's not you don't get any better at ducking people. And like I said, by the end of the year, we're going to play 6 regional championship teams. So it's been a little bit of a haul, but that's just what it comes with. I have 2 seniors that lead us, and they have kind of, as you said, we have a young team. They've kind of pulled this young team along with them. And here's what and other coaches tell me all the time. They watch them play, and they say, well, here's the first thing. They play really hard. They do what you ask them to do. At least they try to do what you ask them to do. And like I said, they're not afraid. We're going to Marshall County, whatever. They're not afraid. Well, last time I checked as a coach, that's kind of pretty much you ask.
Yes.
And what the young team, you go to practice, you're like, what did we get better of today? And I know people's call it retooling or rebuilding, whatever, but it's kind of like I told somebody, it's kind of like putting a quilt together. Okay, we did this well, we did that though, so let's start, seaming it together and see what happens. And like I said, we're 6-7. I guarantee you, if you'd have gone back to October, there ain't a lot of people said, hey, you're going to be 6-7 when you're playing the kind of schedule.
You're right. When you look at the schedule, I mean, you've got some heavy competition on there, and you've got some good wins on there. I think there's some more wins coming when you look at that schedule on there, and I think they're going to continue to get better, especially with these 2 seniors right here. Let's talk to them right now. You brought your 2 seniors with you. You've got Abby Sapp and Unique Carter Swanigan, 2 girls that I absolutely love watching play for the last couple of years, getting just a privilege to call their games out there. You got Abby Sapp leading the way with averaging 12.9 points a game. Had a huge game this past Monday with 23 points. Went 9 for 13, 1 for 1 behind the arc, and 4 for 4 at the free throw line. That's a big one. When you go 100% at the free throw line, Abby, out there, that's something to take your hat and just hang it on right there. I know it's 4 for 4, but it's no miss. That's what I like to see. Abby, talk a little bit about just you being one of the senior leaders. I know Unique's right there with you. We talked a little bit after the game you had early this week. Talk a little bit about just what it is to be a senior on this team.
Yeah, so it's definitely different from the previous years, coming from like a heavy senior team.
Yeah.
Just having me and Unique and really a brand new team, new coach, new players, new plays. So, yeah, it's definitely been a challenge, but I actually like it, and I think Unique does too. So.
Unique, you're right there with her, averaging 12 points a game. And the thing I like about watching you play, Unique, is just how you play the game. You're all over the court. When you guys do that full court pressure that I've seen the last couple of years, it's like you're a menace out there. I love just calling your games and watching that. But you play so hard. I kind of joke when I'm on the radio a little bit. I guarantee that you're going down at least one time a game because you play so hard. In fact, this game that I just called this past week with you, I think it's the Catholic game. We're calling that game, and in the pregame, I'm like, listen, Unique's good for at least one time down on the floor because she's going to play so hard. And right on cue, you're out there busting your butt out there and you go down. But unlike previous ones, I kept on the radio saying, here, I'm waiting for the Rocky theme to come on, and here she's going to come out of the tunnel. You didn't do it for me. You stayed down a little bit, but listen, you're right back at it, came back out on Monday and got the win. But I love watching you play. To kind of piggyback off what Abby said and just what it is to be a senior on this team.
I mean, it means a lot. Like Abby said, we've always been so heavy on the seniors, and I feel like I've been playing for years. So now the fact that I'm actually a senior, I've been able to witness and watch all the previous seniors, so I know how to really step up and play that role.
You guys have been a part of teams, like when you were freshmen and you were younger than that, even in sophomores, where the team was loaded with those juniors and those seniors, and you guys got to team with them to play that game. Right now, when you look at the roster, you've got 2 seniors, you got a lot of freshmen, you got a lot of sophomores out there. There's no juniors on the roster. Does that the pressure of you guys being the leaders? Do you accept that pressure, or is it something like, man, I wish I had some more seniors out here?
Yeah, no, we accept it, never turn down anything. I mean, I always make sure to keep, like, the young girls, I always make sure to encourage them. I never yell at them too much, or if I do, I always come back to them, apologize, because, it can get a little bit aggravating, but they're young, so you can't really expect too much out of them.
And Abby, same question for you. What's it like on there saying you accept that role as a senior? I know you're very familiar with the Red Devils. I mean, watching you play for years. Was it something you were waiting, knowing, looking at the roster, saying, my time has come, I'm the leader of this team now?
Yeah, we definitely accepted it, you don't want anything given to you. You don't want it to be easy, so – it was a challenge, but I kind of looked at it as something to be kind of grateful for. Like, not all teams in the district are short-handed with seniors or experience and all that, but we are. But we didn't use that as an excuse to play bad or, we just kept it moving.
Coach, when you take on this team, when you got this roster and you saw these 2 girls on there, have you seen them play beforehand going into it? Did you know their strengths? And when you did recognize their strengths, how excited you were to have these 2 as your seniors?
I'd seen them. Actually, I called one of their games against Assumption, and then I'd seen them against, obviously, Davis and Breck. But you got to have seniors that help bring along the young kids. So well, first of all, they tolerate my coaching, which is not okay. I'm not always the easiest coach to play for. But they have kind of, like I said, helped the young kids become what they have become. And like I said, we have become a pretty good team. And if you look, we have a lot of different weapons. And I've said this all along. Our talent, if you haven't watched us play, you don't always understand. They can rotate, and we do things and that people didn't expect us to do. Like I said, we press all of a sudden. Well, it's a pretty good press now. And we've got speed in our game up in terms of, filling the lanes and taking good shots. But understand, they deal with all that pressure. And again, they deal with me. And I ask a lot of them. I ask a lot of seniors. Unique's the point guard. And she'll tell you, I ask a lot of my point guard. And I told her early on, I said, here's the keys, go run the car. And Abby came along, and she gets kids where they're supposed to be, and she recognizes defense. And that's what you need when you have a very young team, is a couple seniors go, hey, follow us. This is how we do it. This is what we're going to do. Follow us, and everything will be successful. And that's kind of what's happened over time.
They're doing a phenomenal job leading this team. I know it's a tough schedule out there and a tough kind of season to go at it. But listen, the grind, you've got 2 of the toughest girls out there running your team right now. So to take on this task of this kind of what you want to call rebuild, so to speak, on there, you couldn't ask 2 better seniors to lead your way through that for these young girls on the team.
No. I mean, I love them. That's why I tell them all the time.
You do a phenomenal job. Well, girls, talk a little bit about just kind of your favorite memory. I know you've been around the Lady Red Devils for a long time. Talk a little bit about your favorite moment. Maybe it was as an 8th grader, a 9th grader. What is your favorite memory so far playing for the Red Devils?
Okay, mine would definitely be when we won regionals.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of people was definitely not expecting it. I know a lot of teams, they was like, yeah, we have the potential to win it, but we actually won. It was a different type of feeling.
That was awesome. That was, 2 years ago? 2 years ago. That was my first year coming on with the Red Devils. I got to go to Rupp Arena with you guys and call that game. It was awesome. It's a good moment right there. Abby, what's your moment?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say the same. That was just – like, I don't know, it's like I can't even really describe the feeling, just all the hard work and the doubt, just, to go there and really show them, like, who we really were. So, yeah.
So let me ask you another question. what gets you guys excited for a game? What gets you guys really excited, ready to go? Is there a song? Let's put it this way. Is there a song that you can tell me on the radio? Now remember, we're live on live stream right now on the radio, so is there a song that gets you guys just pumped up before the game?
I mean, I don't have a specific song. You know, I listen to a lot of gospel music before going into the game. My favorite one right now is Jesse Can.
Okay.
So, I forgot who it's about, but yeah.
Abby, what's your go-to song?
Oh, that's tough. I'm not going to lie. I really can't think of it off the top of my head, but if we're being honest, not gospel. Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. Unique says gospel. Abby says no way. All right.
Yeah, I am not going to lie.
So, Coach over here comes in first year. Talk a little bit about this first-year coach here. He made himself sound like he's hard to play for. Is he hard to play for, girls?
He's picky.
He's picky. Now, listen, is there a drill that you absolutely hate doing? Is there a drill that he makes you do that you're like, oh, come on, coach?
Ball hand.
Yeah, ball hand. Ball hand.
Okay, what's ball hand? What's ball hand?
It's basically like when you're like not letting the pass in, and you're supposed to be like trying to block out so they don't get the ball. But yeah, I absolutely hate that drill.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Yeah, they're writing notes right now going, I'm glad he asked this question. I get to bring this up. Coach, I do not like this drill at all. Girls, what do you think? What do you think about this season so far? Where's your ceiling? What goals do you have? I know it's a battle this year. What is the goal that you have, Abby Unique? What's the goal for your senior season out there?
I mean, it's definitely been rough, but you know, my goal is just to have the younger group be prepared by the time when we leave.
I love it. I love it. Abby, you got to echo that, or you got something to add to it right there? What's your goal for your senior season here?
Mainly just to keep pushing the girls, because majority of them have never even played. Like, this is most of their first years actually being involved and playing. So, yeah, I would say pushing them, and then also trying to get myself prepared for college, you know.
What's the next step? Are you guys going to continue to play basketball when you go to college? Is that something you're looking forward to? Is it something you've already got on the radar? What's next for the girls here?
I mean, for me, I'm still thinking. I don't really know what I want to do yet.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to pursue basketball in college.
All right, so we got some colleges out there to look at. Come to a Red Devil game. Check them out. Check out these Lady Devils here, and you can catch them in action. We got a tough game tomorrow night, as we'll talk more about that. Well, girls, I appreciate you coming on here. The show absolutely flies by so quick. I know that we'll have a lot more time to talk. I would love to towards the end of the season as we get to district play. We're going to go ahead and devote a whole show just to the girls basketball team, where we're going to bring on some other coaches. We'll bring on some more players on there. We're going to do the same thing with the boys basketball as we get closer to the district and regional play out there. So look forward to having you guys out there. Coach, keep up the good work. I mean, listen, it sounds like you're out there pushing them to the limit out there. Keep it up.
I will try to.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us here. We'll go ahead and have you guys make your way off. Guys, that's going to wrap up our Red Devil rundown. We're going to go ahead and take it on out here. We do have some things to bring to your attention, as we've got some games that are coming up. We just mentioned the Davis County matchup will be tomorrow night. We'll run you through the schedule. We've got the girls and boys doubleheader. It's a 5:30, 7:30 tip-off time. Girls will play first, and the boys will be the second game, and that'll be against Davis County, who basically is just running the clock right now on number one in all the polls. And so there'll be a tough task tomorrow night for the Lady Devils and the Red Devils tomorrow night. You will hear all of that on WVJS. I'll have the call. We'll go on the radio about 5:15, 5:20, get you a pregame show, and we'll get you all the action from the Devil's Den. On Saturday, it's going to be a city-county swim meet at the health park. The swim team will be action. The wrestling team will head down to South Warren. You've got a freshman basketball game against Hio County, and the girls basketball will be doing a JV matchup against Meade County. That's it, guys. I'm Dan Bartlett. You've been listening to the Red Devils, the Red Devil Rundown, and go Devils.
That's right. Your go-to for the best pizza and wings. Remember your home for the Owensboro Red Devils. It's 92.9, 93.3 WVJS. And we out of here.
From the Floor Concept Studio,
Owensboro